Good Friday night to you, sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines. Out of the rafters, he punched it in!
Are you kidding me?
And if you want athletic ability, then look no further. Hardaway with a stylish jam.
Cunningham drives in.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
What a unique resume for Coach Quinn Snyder. Stan, he's coached in college. He's been overseas as a head coach. He's been in the G League, and now he is back in the NBA.
Yeah, and this guy's just a great coach. He's had teams that perform well at both ends of the floor. He's won everywhere he's been, and he's the only NBA coach I know of that's got a law degree on top of it.
So he's smart and he can coach. Oh, and by the way, he had a pretty good... in college, didn't he?
He certainly did.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Hardaway, that's a two-pointer. Rebound by the Pistons.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
And that one's good. McGrady.
Like the size McGrady has inside. Fantastic at kind of angling his body there for the interior shot.
The Hawks again can't hit. Inside. Here's Cunningham. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And it's Johnson penetrating. He can't get that one to fall.
Far from an ideal start, only 1 for 5. Let's see if they can turn it around.
Doing it with style. McGrady punishing the D for giving him that kind of airspace.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Now Hardaway. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. And there it is for him. Hardaway has got his second basket.
He's looking very confident so far. The defense is going to have to account for him.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Gobert, the screen. Johnson's shot is off.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
The Hawks trail by 4. Shoots the three. The three-pointer is right on target.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
Maybe that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. To the middle. Here's Duren. A floater. Cunningham knocks it loose. McGrady right side. They shoot again. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that Bad Boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town, and those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the Bad Boys.
And Cunningham with the slam.
Well, that's the kind of assertive play you want to see more of from Cunningham.
It's tipped. And he drives in. Here's McGrady. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. McGrady's got 8 points. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Detroit.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
An 85% shooter there, and they've been able to count on him hitting his shots from the line.
We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter. Down low. Here's McGrady. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Impressive vertical there, showing once again with how well he dunks the basketball.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game. Stan, for 4 seasons, you were the head coach of the Detroit Pistons, and we were just talking the other day, what a great sports city Detroit is.
Oh, I absolutely loved my time in Detroit. I've still got 2 kids who live in the area, and great sports fans. Hard-working people that really value hard-working teams, and if you are one, they will be behind you all the way.
Outside Hardaway. Wound up there for Johnson. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Sometimes you just have to throw it up to an athlete and let him do the rest. That's a great finish from Johnson.
Tries the spin move. Gobert with the block. Here's Peterson. Still without a basket. Pass to Johnson. With 1 on the clock. And so is Detroit. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've set the tone. They love their tempo.
The Hawks, 12.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
Here's Johnson. Scores for only the 2nd time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Richards. And Capella sends it back.
Well, you can't take those kind of shots around the shot blocker like Capella. You're just playing with fire at that point. Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
McGrady outside. Okongwu grabs the board. The Hawks trail by 7. Johnson inside. Pass to Capella. He lobs it up. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's Dillingham. And the slam dunk by Dillingham.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability. And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Peterson. Still yet to score. On the wing, Johnson. And it's off from three-point range.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Ivy with the bucket. And now it's a 9-point Piston lead.
Oh, interior defense doesn't hold back against Ivy, but he just explodes right by them and gets it to go.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, last season, a full 14 teams finished with between 46 and 51 wins. Plenty of teams in the picture. Adam Silver is thrilled with the level of competition. He says, I think what fans ultimately want is to see great competition across the league. Kevin, it's certainly fun to watch.
It is, David. Bring it on, I say. The more, the better. To the paint. Here's Gobert.
Yeah, Gobert making good on the threat of his height and length. Just hammering it down.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. A different look here for the Pistons. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Pass to McGrady. Spins. Scores off the spin. McGrady's got the lead up to 11 now for the Pistons.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances. Really using his head.
Kicks it out to Johnson. I've heard some talk about this idea, Stan. What do you think about adding a one-on-one tournament to the All-Star Weekend?
Wow, Kevin, I love that idea. And if you could get the better players to play, I think there would be some serious interest in that from fans and some great competition among the players.
We see it every night in the NBA. That's what we all crave for, right? We want to see the biggest teams against each other.
Yeah, every night we want to see the best players one-on-one against the other great players in the league.
Pass to Holland. Another shot. Rebound, Atlanta. 1:58 left now here in the second. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, he's going to have to watch himself now. It's a little early for that second foul.
There's 1:54 left here in the second. Johnson inside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. The Hawks have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And that one falls for Johnson. And Johnson drops them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Pass to Richards. To the wing on the left. They set the pick. Rose, no good.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Gobert with it. Second shot opportunity. And he can't bank that one in. Here's McGrady. And that one is hammered home.
You gotta love seeing McGrady when he's hot. An amazing score from any spot on the floor.
Here's Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Hardaway with the steal. In the corner, Daniels. And the 3 off target. Pistons leading by 7. Outside Rose. Pass to Holland. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on Penny Hardaway. Pistons have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter. And a great job from the line this quarter. They've gotten their percentage way up there.
Here's Peterson. From the top of the key, he buries it. Peterson's got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And then Cunningham with the dunk.
And the challenge defensively is to find Cunningham at all 3 levels. He can beat you at the rim. He can beat you from 30 feet out and everything in between.
The Hawks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First one falls for him.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
We've got 13 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Rose. McGrady left side. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there. 6
seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Peterson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Hawks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. First free throw is good.
At the line for the Hawks, Peterson.
Both shots good from the stripe. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Pistons lead by 5. And will return shortly. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Pistons leading by 5. Right side Rose. Pass to Holland. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Oh, and the jam by Rose.
And one of the all-time high risers at the point guard position, Derrick Rose can still throw it down.
Here's Capella. It's stolen by Cunningham. There's the lob to the hoop.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Gray lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Here's Peterson, and it's blocked.
Well, I want to see more of this from Garnett. Nice effort using his size to make an impact defensively.
Just 5 on the clock. Blocked again. And they recover. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Pistons leading by 9. Cunningham looking it over. The kick out to Rose. Back to Cunningham. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Cunningham's got 11 points.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. This will give them a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Hardaway. Out to the right wing. It's stolen by Duren. Shot to stop the run. And finished off by Gobert.
In the slam, if Rudy gets that ball anywhere near the rim, he is going to finish it.
They double-team Johnson. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. On the wing, Daniels. Good on the three-point shot. Daniels has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Rose. The rebound by Johnson. The Hawks trail by 7. Johnson outside. Pass to Gobert. Back to Johnson. Johnson double team to the inside. It's stolen by Cunningham. The kick out to Rose. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Love it when Rose looks to share the ball, especially when his teammates are open like that.
To the paint. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
McGrady outside. And that one comes up a bit short. The Hawks trail by 7. Johnson outside. Pass to Gobert. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well, you know, Gobert is only going to shoot it when he gets a high percentage look like that. Well, this is certainly not the game he was hoping for offensively, but they've been able to find points as a team even without his contributions.
And here's Daniels. He averages about 5 points a game. Kicks it out to Johnson. On the clock. The shot, no good. And it's Rose with the ball for the Detroit Pistons.
2 minutes remaining.
And Rose throws it down hard.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Pass to Johnson. Now here's Gobert. Kicks it out to Johnson. Shoots over Duran. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to talk to his guys. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks, Kevin? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security. Well, the physicality of the NBA takes some getting used to, but Cunningham is able to make those tough finishes.
Peterson. Detroit with the rebound.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Well, adding a little entertainment to that layup. Could you imagine if he missed it? Coach would have been all over him.
44 seconds left in the third quarter.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Cunningham left side. McGrady outside. Goes back up. Misses at the rim. Here's Peterson. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
No good on the three. From the corner. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so is Detroit. Their lead at 11 points to end the...
52. The Hawks, 41.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The Hawks trail by 11. Here's Johnson. And it's Johnson with the jam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And that one's good, Richards.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
On the wing, Johnson. Johnson, double team. Inside. And finished off by Gobert.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
And the wide open shot from Rose. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Here's Johnson. Holland with the rebound. Pistons leading by 9. Here's Ivy. Pass to Richards.
Well, Ivy doing a good job of keeping the ball moving to set his teammate up.
From deep, Johnson. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He knows every possession is critical now. So both teams changing it up here. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, during the break, I listened in on J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. He reminded his team, we're up. All the pressure is on them. Let's just keep playing our game. Makes sense because they've got a nice lead late in this game. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. Here's Peterson. Out to Hardaway. Jacks up a three. Detroit with the rebound. Next step for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. It's game one of a 3-game road trip. The quick look, no good that time.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Pass to Gobert. The second chance effort. The rebound by Richards. Detroit leading by 10. From deep, Johnson. The shot will not fall. Here's Peterson. Here's the three. It's good from long range.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs. Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Down low. Kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson to screen. A three ball. No good on that one.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The Hawks trail by 7. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pistons.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Rose. The kick out to Cunningham. The shot, no good. And the Hawks with possession here. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Back to Johnson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Pistons leading by 6. There's Rose with the three. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Rose has got 9 points now in just the second half. Johnson outside. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Rose looking around. Those 3-pointers off the mark. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Atlanta. Gobert, the screen. Good work there as it goes. And that's 18 points for Johnson.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
The Hawks trail by 7. That one doesn't drop. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Holland. At the elbow, it's Rose. Pass to McGrady. For the three. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Peterson. Gobert with it. That one, no good. From deep, Rose. Rebound, Atlanta.
This has reached desperation time for them.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on. Well, you got to love that Rudy Gobert was ready at a key moment.
Pass to Rose. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth.
Love the pass there from Gobert. Always nice when your big man feeds his teammates.
From deep three-point territory.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
The kick out to Rose. From deep three-point land. That doesn't go either for Rose.
And it's all about the three right here.
Yeah, and when your opponent knows what you need, it makes it that much harder to find an opening.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. From deep three-point territory, the three won't fall. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Pass to Johnson. Oh, it's no good. And we're headed to overtime. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Here we go. Rose with the ball. Looking to end his cold spell. And Duren slams it in.
That is what they want from Duren. Spike it, young fella.
Johnson in the corner. Here's Peterson. On the wing, Johnson. Detroit with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead early. And a wide-open look for Cunningham. Knocks down the 3 ball. And the Pistons lead by 5.
Well, as a defense, you have to expect Cunningham to take those. He's not shy at the arc.
Here's Johnson. Rebounded by Tracy McGrady. Detroit with the ball. To the middle. Johnson. Off target at the rim. Pistons leading by 5. Here's McGrady. And that one hits back iron. From 11 feet away. It doesn't go for him.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. Outside Rose. Puts up a deep 3. Johnson with the rebound.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Mr. Gobert. Got it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Well, when you need a bucket, you can go to Gobert. A high percentage scorer who doesn't waste his attempts.
Johnson with it. Now McGrady defending. Now here's Duren. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Yeah, they need everything to break their way at this point if they're going to rally back.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Duren. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. And what's their best move at this point?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick one.
Kicks it out to Johnson to tie it up. Right between the eyes. And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Here's Cunningham. Here's McGrady. Misses the tray. Now the Hawks moving it the other way.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Now Rose, and so the big win by Atlanta in a tight game.